Hi friends, and happy 12th anniversary of Final Fantasy XIV. The Rising just started today. We just got an announcement about FanFest. There's so many thoughts, so much discussion going on, but for now, I want to take this moment of celebrating the 12th anniversary of this game and my freaking fifth anniversary also just happened recently of me playing this game. I am on year 6 of being a Final Fantasy XIV player. Holy cow! Ugh. But yes, let's do the event quest for now, and maybe I'll be nostalgic along the way, who knows. I have really fallen off on covering other events in Final Fantasy XIV, but this Rising event, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what's going on in my IRL, I would like to cover every single year. The wandering minstrel is in search of inspiration. Yoshi P, what is up with you today? You just announced some really interesting FanFest dates, so... Well, if it isn't my adventurer friend Salix, it could only be a blessing from the navigator that we should meet again here and now. You see, I've been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform for this Rising. I have a mind to speak with the locals for their tales, for which I could use your able assistance. Might you be willing to accompany me? Duh, always. I'm truly grateful. During the Rising, we remember those we lost in a calamity even as we turn our attention to a brighter future. 'Tis my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there's no better place to talk in limbs and lemons than in the drowning wench. Let us first seek out the barkeep Badadon to see if he has anything of interest to share. But yeah, if you don't know, the Rising is a celebration of the anniversary of Final Fantasy XIV, or the realm becoming reborn itself, and this day is literally used for remembering those who fell in 1.0. What's the arm? You'll get yourself killed. That's the arm. I ain't letting no one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so bad? Oh no, another person wants to become an adventurer. It's a little kiddo. I don't know if I should recognize this cat girl. There's this place I need to go. The problem is the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. But yeah, if anyone could fill me in on who the heck this cat girl is, I would appreciate it, because I don't remember her. She looks like a little sibling to that other cat girl we usually see. If I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please. It ain't that simple, lass. I've got a responsibility to those I sign up. If I let someone that's clearly unprepared head out before they end up hurt or worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't get me started on the damage it causes to the guild's reputation, so you can forget about signing up until you're older. Much older! But it has to be now, during the Rising. Why do you have to be so responsible? Age comes with... It comes with age, lass, now. But run along and get yourself home. Should I recognize this music? I don't really recognize this music. Maybe it's because I have my in-game music really low. Is everything well? Sorry you had to see that. The little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer, but I sent no one to send her on her way. Still, I can't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily. True, wouldn't surprise me if what she tried to sneak out anyway. I hate to impose, but do you reckon you can help me keep an eye on Archa? Archa? I don't know. I do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. I did not start in Limsa, so I don't recognize this guy. The timing of the rising seems to be the essence of the little one intriguing. Would you agree? Let us ask her about that. I'm in your debt. Now, the nearest city exits the Tempest Gate over by the Aft Castle. I suggest you begin by tucking to Clint-Rael, the city yonder. This is like the second or third Rising now, where it's been all about helping someone else start their adventure, because I remember, I think it was a Catboy we helped a couple years back. But yeah, that's really been the theme with Final Fantasy XIV lately, is they want to keep They want to keep doing this thing where it's like, oh, yeah, let's show this person how to be an adventurer. I mean, that was the whole point of the first half of Dawntrail, us being a mentor, you know. But um, for better or worse, I don't know how well people think that was conveyed in this expansion. The Yellow Jackets keep constant watch at every city gate. If Archa has come through, surely they have seen her. The lowlands of Lenosha await you at the other side of the Tempest Gate. I guess we're going. At Badaron's behest, you say. As it happens, a girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. She was at the heels of a Mikote peddler, so at a glance one might think them parent and child, but the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade Ayoyo outside. I suspect she stopped the little one for questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out. Our thanks for the information. We shall find your comrade at once. Gotta help the little cat girl. I just tried running around. Little Lollipop. They saw straight through my disguise. You were in a disguise? Tis well the Yellow Jackets noticed her ere she had gotten far. What is going on here? My gosh, I forgot you have the Xenos hair. I feel like I should remember this Lollipop from like way years back. Well now, if it ain't the good old minstrel and kindly elfer, pleasure to see the two of you again. What brings you here today? I say as I'm yawning at 7:46 in the morning. So Badaron sent ye after the little one. I was just about to ask her what she's up to. Archa, was it dearie? Even without the others telling you, you ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it you want to do so badly if risk your life like this? Nod. There's something I need to see. Doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go. We understand you have your reasons, Archa. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you would be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option. Yeah. But I don't have any money. What adventurer want to help a child anyway? It's up to us, as usual. If you're happy with this humble vagrant. We're so humble, we won't even ask for guild this time, considering I just made 10 mil and I just got a Yan mount and a Yan minion today. I shall be glad to provide suitable recompense in Archa's stead, while a part of me hopes that this will lead to an inspiration for a Song of Aval. I feel compelled to lend a helping hand. Yoshi P, you better give me like 10 mil. You'll be ready to help me? Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it worked out for you, but as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to set the adventurer your trust. Be honest with what is it you exactly you need, and he'll be able to help you all the better. The place I want to go is the lighthouse here in Lower Lenosha. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor from the kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appeared there during the Rising. There's supposedly a lighthouse keepers who died in the calamity, and they steered children away to the realm of the dead, but that's gotta be nonsense, and I want to prove it. Oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area. Ashan's torch is the only one a civilian still can get to. I don't recall hearing about ghosts, though. Ashan! If you did the Alliance raid, story for Endwalker, man, this area would bring back memories. That's outside of a skirmish anyway. Being a cannoneer, I'm more at home blasting things from a distance. If you run into angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. Why can't I be a cannoneer? Outside of Occult Crescent. Oh, we finished the first quest. But the Rising is made for anybody even still in a Realm Reborn. I remember my first Rising was happening during Shadowbringers, after the base Shadowbringers story ended with 5.3. And I looked at this guy who looked suspiciously like Yoshi P. I was like, okay, thanks, dude. Thank you for this minion of Ardbert. whatever this means. Because I was still barely unlocking the moon rising, not the moonfire fair, you guys, back in the day when I got that Arbor minion. Archer is champing at the bit to set forth. Are you ready to go? As much as I'd like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wench to apprise Potter on these developments. Besides, to hear of your accounts afterwards, what you learned and felt will also bring a unique inspiration. I wish you an insightful journey. Right, to begin with, how about we head east of the Madman Bridge and give Archer a chance to see the sights? The path can be steep in places, so take care you don't take a tumble now. Ah, we're going on a cute little trip with a potato and a little baby cat. I just realized I'm gonna have to do this event on my alt later, so I'm keeping track of how long it is. I'm doing it the old sightseeing way and then the skipping cutscenes way. Look, they're so small versus me. And here it is, the Madman Bridge. If you head north, you'll head to the Red Rooster Stead, but our destination takes us south. A vital route for trade. It is the bridge. It prowls with bandits and fiends, but yeah, girl, I've been through Lenosha longer than this cat girl probably been programmed in the game. I'm looking for my Yan, you guys. 1 minute. I forgot I have this now, so I should set it to my hotbar. I will replace... Girl, I don't know. I'll replace the... Probably the Porksy King. Yeah. Yan! Look, a river, and there's some sort of strange animal. Is it a Yan? I sometimes see children out this way with their folks, so I take it you've never been? Actually, I have. It was a long time ago before my parents died in the calamity. Aw. It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice and I have lots of fun. That'd be Lim Lane Shoals, I take it. It's an orphanage run by a former sanguine siren. In case you wasn't aware, it's a fine place by all accounts. If that's where Arch is from, I'll have you one of me comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't just let them think she's missing. Right then. Next we make for Ashan's embrace. Up this ear, ill. Take it slow so you won't wear yourself down. Pirate language. But yeah, I'm not a 14 boomer, if you will, so I'm not gonna be able to recognize nothing. The Yan is so cute, but deadly. I've been meaning to order a Yan plushie and a corn plushie. I will try to get them off Etsy or something because with the current 14 Square Enix store situation, I don't think I'm ever gonna buy from the Square Enix store. My yellow jackets patrol these parts, lest you worry, they know I ain't on some pleasure jaunt. Oh, this literally brings back memories of N-Walk. This is amazing. Hey, I felt the same way when I looked out here for the first time. The bridge built where a tidal wave sundered the land during the calamity is a symbol of people's determination to rise above tragedy. Miss Dorothea, that's the headmistress, said that we Laminsians work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. Why do you like being an adventurer? I'd rather not work at all, to be honest. I wouldn't want to be anything else. That's what I thought. When I grow up, I hope I'll be like what I hope I'll like what I do as well. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls. It's just funny, this conversation, because, you know, you could be in Dawntrail, you could be in a Realm Reborn, and this part of a Realm Reborn, you're pretty much still hyped up at being an adventurer, but but if you've made it to Endgame, there's so much more to unpack. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone, and I can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. I say as I adjust my chair. Seems Archa has got something she needs to get off her chest and wanting to verify the rumor mayhap. Does she want to see her parents, possibly? Were they lost by the lighthouse? Oh my gosh. 1 minute. Muscle memory. My Yan! I gotta wear this Yan everywhere for the rest of this expansion, man. I see the lighthouse. There it is, Ashan's torch. You have a carbuncle earring. The lighthouse keeper's bloke named Rosne. You can ask him about ghosts and anything else you like. Lighthouse keeper. So about the reason why I want to see the ghost. My mother and father were lighthouse keepers, you see, but they disappeared and they occurred in a calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought that maybe they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. That's why you want to prove the rumor wrong. You couldn't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things. Aye, but part of me wishes that the rumor was true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going. Aww. Poor little cat girl, man. A chance to wanted to see everybody one more time. That actually, if you haven't played Dawntrail, Dawntrail deals with a lot of themes of just that feeling of wanting to see someone one more time and dealing with loss, and it's actually really nice and relevant still, even from 2.0 to 6.7.0. I can understand the desire to see those who've gone. It's to say words to them you couldn't find in life. It's a feeling everyone knows at some point. Oh, the sea's frozen with a splash. Amazing. This area was already hit by the calamity. At the top of the tidal wave were washing away big spots of land. A big piece of Dalamud came crashing down yonder. They say it was an ether to gush out the land and crystallize at once. At that time, I was with Miss Dorothea. She was my mother's friend, and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then. I didn't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity was a very frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for mother and father. Literally, this is just one big nostalgia trip through Lenosha. And I guess we're finally here. This is the lighthouse they're talking about. Brodson has been here since the calamity. It's lonely work and always glad to have guests. Even if there weren't any ghosts, I've actually been going through a Realm Reborn again on my alt, so I haven't made it to this part of this area in MSQ yet, so I'm not sure how relevant this area is in MSQ. I can't even remember. Well, now, if it ain't guess, what brings you to the torch? I think this area is only really relevant if you've started in Limsa. Any ghosts about? He's like, well... The silence was almost deafening. For all my years as a keeper, I'd never seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse I know. It's certainly the sort of place as children might believe haunted, though. Might be someone mistook me as some laundry for a specter. So mother and father weren't ghosts after all. But I must say, it's a surprise to hear Arato's little girl here. Your parents showed me the ropes when I was starting out as a keeper. Yeah, you knew them. They had charge of Limlane's ring yonder. Nowadays it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. Dangerous little stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You needed to ire adventurers and grizzled ones at that just to deliver supplies. If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me on Limsa during the calamity and died in the tidal wave. Why did they go out there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know. So they were lost all the way out there. I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report, but your folks did everything they could to protect Limlane's ring. They built a breakwater using anything and everything they had on hand, but in the end there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted its search and rescue operations. I joined in the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. Though, knowing that your folks wouldn't die in vain, by manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives. I see. They were noble souls, like Miss Dorothea said. But if I could choose, I wish that they were still here. No, of course, kiddo. That's just a thought, but how'd you like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? It'd only be the mundane, everyday things, but what I know, I'd be glad to share with you. I'd like that, thank you. I like that very much. Man. I already was very emotional today for various reasons, but this quest is actually really sweet. It's so sweet, man. Oh, one nighttime later. Or did the game make it dark? I think the game made it dark. Well, what are we doing out now? Good morning. Oh, they actually made it sunrise. Hi. This cutscene must be so funny on Lalafell. I got up early to look at the lighthouse where my father and mother used to be. It's lit up over there, yeah. For the longest time, I felt as though they'd abandoned me. I want to see them one more time so I could ask them why they had to go and tell them that I miss them. I understand how you feel. So many people come and gone. In the end, there weren't any ghosts. Still, I'm glad I can learn about my parents. It made me realize I want to become someone who helps others like them and like you. Da, da, da. And there it is, a new dawn. Get it? So thank you for bringing me here. We're back. Well, it ended up being a longer jaunt than expected. I'm glad we did it. Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. I still can't help but think, that light in the lighthouse made me think of their parents, You, you can always come to me if you need anything, just no more trying to sneak out, yeah? Well, I better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Miss Dorothea won't be too mad at me. You'll be wanting to report to the minstrel, I expect, in which case a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see to Archa gets home safely, but be sure to catch the special fireworks, alright? Be seeing you. And I guess this is where we're gonna end the event, man. The event always ends with Yoshifi giving some type of special speech which is I always love listening to. I always think it's a very sweetly crafted message based on whatever context is going on in real life or in um, in game, which we were dealing with the back end of the release of 7.0 and its story arc. Welcome back, my friend. Was young Archa able to find what she sought? Of course. So her true purpose was to save the ghosts were her parents who were taken by the calamity. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. As there is many tales out there, it's impossible to know every single one. Yet a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as that of the lighthouse keepers whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Salix. Not only granting Arch as a witch, but for providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for special fireworks to begin, might you tell me more of your excursion? This is it! So many boats waiting. Everybody's here. Not that I recognize anybody in the audience, except for the culinarian back there. Yes, it comes to me, a verse for all who strive onwards, this day and very day. Here we go, guys. Every year. You spoony bard. Alright, Yoshi P, what do you got to say this year? Puppy! I thought it was gonna be a Yan for a second, you guys. Greetings, warrior of light. A yellow jacket outfit. I guess he didn't have much else to wear this year. Oh, I was hoping for a Yan to be here. It's all the Realm Reborn minions. This is a world that exists outside of your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again, as I have in the past. I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. For long years, we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It is a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow as the promise of tomorrow, huh? As surely as it does today, the most natural of things. Along the way, I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I've been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. In Yoshi P's anniversary video, he also talked about, I did watch it before this, by the way. He did talk about how they feel like they need to go back on their roots a bit. That same type of motivation they had to remake the game, I hope. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I too have grown. Old. I need to stop. To learn from the success and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. That is what I resolved to do at Journey's beginning, what I resolved to do anew. Nothing would please us more than continue having you at our side on the road ahead. And I pray that upon this journey of life we have honored to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. May we all walk in the light of the frickin' crystal. Now, the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. This world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well. The smiles. With the Aroma Reborn minion. Oh, that's why the Aroma Reborn minions are out. And he has that yellow jacket outfit. You know, he just wants to be very, very nostalgic this year. Most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. So, but you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In doing so, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate you this song, a song of journeys fulfilling. Ding! And there it is, another year. Here's to yet another year. In the gleaming gold does the sun rise. The boundless sky it calls, in silver pale the path of men. A whiteless and endless fall. So far away the guiding light that you do now espy. But the flames of life their warmth impart to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for here we stand, and so we shall remain. Your destination, so you reach, you shall, by memory's refrain. I have no doubt that you, Raja and Ayoyo, shall give rise to great many more tales. Maybe another year, Yoshi P. Your tales in particular may be more varied than those of others. There may be times where you face great hardships and the weight is more than you can bear. In such a time, I bid you remember this: no matter how great your burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall ever be your strength, a beacon to light your way in the darkness. Smiling. Hopefully it'll be that way this year, Yoshi P. Happy Rising, everybody. Here's to yet another year of this game. And in the spirit of Dawntrail, we get a wind-up Golul Jaja. If you know him, you know him. And with that, that is the story quest for this year's Rising. I don't think I saw anything on the lodestone or any conversation of any type of post-quest dialogue you can do, really. I mean, Yoshi P's here with his minions. The Rising is an occasion to remember the past while looking towards the future. Many take to the road in solemn reflection, and should you have the time to spare, I'm happy you would like to do the same. Wait, I want to sit here too. /SIT. I accidentally pulled up cousins, but who cares at this freaking point? Okay, with that, I'm gonna end here. Happy anniversary, you guys. I have had a this has probably been the roughest year for me in my time as a Final Fantasy XIV player, both in-game, out-of-game, everything. It's been a really hard year, and I appreciate those I've met, those who are still on this journey of life with me, and yeah, I'm going to try really hard to make this year better. I'm going to really try, you guys, because I feel like lately I kind of let myself be in a woe is me attitude when really I really gotta get out of that attitude, and I hope to do better this next year. I have to do better this next year for my sake. I've been taking a bit of a hiatus from streaming on the channel because I've not been feeling great, but I'm taking steps to work on myself, and I will, by this time next year, hopefully have a much better outlook on things. And yeah, streaming, my future as a streamer might look, I don't know, but I'll still be creating content here on the YouTube side of things, and we'll see where I want to go with myself going forward. Happy anniversary, you guys. Have a good year, and I hope to see everybody next year. Bye, friends.